You're ready to run for office. You've made the decision. You're going to stand up and be a leader in your community. Fight back against those damn communists. But you don't know what to do first. Here's 5 simple steps to get your campaign off on the right start. Step number 1, you absolutely have to go to the local board of elections and find out exactly what the rules are for your local community. You need to know the number of signatures you need in order to file, and then you need to get a list of registered voters so that you know that you're talking to registered voters who can sign your petition. If you're in a partisan race, it's very important you clarify that, because you may only be permitted to get voters from the Republican Party, the Libertarian Party, or the Democratic Party, for example, as you're getting your campaign going. Different states have different rules for who can and cannot sign your petition, so it's very important you clarify exactly who is and is not allowed to sign your petition. You will then ask them to illustrate for you with examples what it looks like when you get a signature, and then you need to make sure that you fill those out. Then you want to make sure you follow those instructions for every single signature. Now, step 2 is finding out exactly what the rules are for how to file your campaign finance report, and that's done after creating a campaign committee. Your campaign committee is the organization or the legal organization that's responsible for taking in and dispersing campaign funds. Every state has different rules on where you file those reports and how those reports are filed, but every state requires you to fill out a designation of treasurer form. Now, if you're running for federal office, the designation of treasurer form will go to the FEC, but if you're running for a local office, it will most likely go to your local board of elections, and of course for state legislature, state senate, and statewide office, they will go to a state secretary of state's office. So once you know how to do that, we can move on to stage 3. Now that you know how to file, now that you know how to handle campaign finance, you got to go door to door to actually get your petitions filled out. But before you do that, you've got to create a website, a campaign, and a campaign logo. Your website's going to be really basic. All you need to do is put your logo on there, your introductory video if you already have one, or a bio, so that people can read it, and then you need a donation link needs to go on your website. There have been some problems with WinRed. I'm not recommending that at this phase, but maybe in the summer once they've got their issues worked out. So for now, that are simple, and I'll put a list of them in the description of this video. Once you have that, we'll move on to phase 4. Now in step 4, you're going to create a basic literature piece. You only need 1 or 200 of these because you're just going to carry this with you to get your petitions done so that you can show up and hand them something and you don't look like some guy. I've seen a big difference between the likelihood of somebody actually signing a petition for somebody to run for office based on whether they have the literature. They're more likely to do it if you can hand them something. The campaign literature, like the website, just needs to have a simple picture of you, your logo, and your bio, and perhaps a short explanation as to why you want to run for office, but be vague. This should be no more than 200 words. You want to keep it short because this is only for gathering petitions. Now, phase 5, you're actually filing for office with your newfound signatures, and now you're filing your designation of treasurer form, and now you are ready to go. So those are the basics for getting your campaign started, and once those few things are finished, you're ready to get your campaign going into full swing. I recommend my How to Ask People for Money video. I recommend my video on campaign fundraising next.